Hello guys, this is Jotham from Wonders Life Tribe. Thank you for watching a must-have life-changing stone in your life, the Moldavite training series. In this video, I'm going to share with you about a super important topics regarding Moldavites. Does Moldavite need to be cleansed? I'm going to debunk the biggest myth, the biggest lie, the biggest mistake ever regarding Moldavites in this video. A lot of times when people buy Moldavites, when you buy Moldavites, one of the important questions that might pop up in your mind is, should I cleanse my Moldavite or should I just wear it? If yes, how should I do so? And there are so many different answers out there regarding these questions, and most of it, they will say you don't need to cleanse your Moldavite. For some people, they are not so spiritual, they don't believe into energies, they might say so. Jotham, Moldavite is just a natural grass caused by the meteorite impact. The chemical compound of Moldavite is SiO3, blah 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 blah. It's just like the ordinary crystal, ordinary rock in the earth. It don't have energy and you can't talk to a rock. So dude, wake up. You can't talk to a crystal unless you are insane. It's just a ordinary rock. And my answer is yes, you need to cleanse your Moldavites. And in opposites, for some people, they are very spiritual, they might say so. Jotham, Moldavite is coming from the outer earth and it has a super powerful energy. It can change your life. It won't pick up any negative energy from you, so don't worry. You don't need to cleanse your Moldavite. It can self-cleanse itself. It won't pick up any negative things because it doesn't belong to earth. It's so powerful. You don't need to cleanse it. For some time, if you want to charge it a little bit, please do so. And my answer to you is yes, you need to cleanse your Moldavites, and regardless of whether it's coming from the outer space or from the earth. Just like every other crystals, you need to cleanse them regularly. And why is that so? In this video, I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to run a wide series of experiments to show you that Moldavite does have energy. And Moldavite can pick up negative energy, you need to cleanse them. And first, the very first instrument I'm going to show it to you is this. This is what we know as the aura meter. Basically, we can use the aura meters to test the energy of the substances, and I'm going to use this to show you how's the energy of Moldavites and how does it work. So right now, I'm going to use this tool. This tool can actually show you that whether the crystal, whether the Moldavite is in the positive state, in the neutral state, or in the negative state, and how should we do so. And first, I'm going to show you the theory on how does it actually work. For the very first thing I'm going to use is called the battery here. So this is the battery, I use it to charge my torchlight. You can see all the battery, we have a positive node, we have a negative node, and we have the battery body. So whenever we use the battery body, it's a very neutral state. When we come close to the aura meter, nothing will happen to the copper rod. This is the copper rod of the aura meter. So nothing will actually happen to it. No matter how close you move towards the rod, the copper head, nothing will happen. So right now I'm going to show you, this is the positive rod. Whenever you wash a battery, there is a plus, okay? There is a sign of plus there. So this is the positive rod. So when we use the positive rod to go towards the copper head, you see, it starts to push it away. It starts to push it away. Means that when it's in the positive state, it will release the energy to push it away. Okay? So right now I'm going to show you the negative side of a battery, the negative rod with a minus sign there. Okay? So when we move closer to the copper head, you see, it will attract. It will attract the copper heads towards it. It will attract the copper heads towards it. Okay? When it is in the positive energy, it will push it aside. It will push it aside. Alright? When it's in the negative state, you see, it will just attract it. It will attract the copper hits. All right. So right now, I'm going to do the very same things to Moldavites. Right now, I'm going to show you the very first Moldavite in my hands. So this is the long stick Moldavites coming from the Nesman forest. It has a very beautiful texture here. Okay, so it's a legit Moldavite. So I'm going to show you when Moldavite is in the positive state, what will it happen? Right now, when I move the Moldavite towards the copperhead, you can see it's actually pushing it aside. It's actually pushing it away from the Moldavite. So when the Moldavite is in the positive state, in the positive energy, it will push the copperhead of the aura meter away from it. This is when the Moldavite is in the positive state. So when Moldavites, they fall asleep. When the Moldavite is in the neutral state, I'm going to show you this. Another Moldavite is the Moldavite coming from Krum. Okay, this is the Moldavite coming from Krum. It's another huge Moldavite that in my hand. Okay, so when Moldavite is in the neutral state, what will happen? You see? When I move close to the aura meter, nothing happens. It just remains the neutral position. Nothing happened to the copper hits. It just remained there. Alright. Then I'm going to show you the third Moldavites that I have. Another one. So this is the Maricrum H-Hot. It's a huge piece of Moldavite in my hand. Okay. So when the Moldavite is in negative energies, what will happen then? You see? When I come close to the copperhead, it starts to absorb it towards the Moldavites. When I push down, when I take it down, it back to the neutral position. When I come out again, it will absorb it. It will just absorb the Moldavites. It will just absorb the copperheads towards the Moldavites. So basically, from what I show you here is, Moldavites can enter into the negative states. It's unlike everybody say that Moldavite don't need to be cleansed, Moldavite won't pick up the negative energy. That's the totally bullshit. Okay? So besides we can use the aura meters, I'm going to show you another tools that we can use here is the dowsing rod. So basically for the dowsing rods, we can use it to measure a lot of things. If you study geology, we use the dowsing rod to measure the underground pipeline, some sort like that. So we can use it to determine the energies of Moldavite as well. So right now, I'm going to show it to you. First things, I'm going to use the Moldavites, the positive one, have the positive energy. I'm going to show you what kind of a response the dowsing rod will have. In order to practice it, you need to go through the proper trainings in order to use the tools. Basically, you need to maintain your hands in 90 degrees. Okay, I'm going to show you that how the dowsing rod responds. If let's say the dowsing rod is open, it means it's a positive energy. When it closed, means negative energy. When it remains neutral, means it's neutral, right? So let's see. As you can see here, for the very first Moldavite that I measure, the entire dowsing rod is open, means that it has the positive energy. Then right now, I'm going to test the second one, the neutral one, the one that coming from Chrome, the neutral one. So what will happen then? You see, it just remain neutral. It don't go open, it don't go close, it don't go anything, right? So it's neutral, it fall asleep. The energy doesn't come out from the Moldavites, it becomes neutral. Then the third one I'm going to measure is the Moldavite with the negative energies. Okay, it's the Maricrum pieces. I'm going to test it. Okay. You see, the entire dowsing rod is just closed. Means that it's actually in the negative states. So basically, I just use the dowsing rod to prove it to you that it has energy. But for some people, you might say, yeah, Jordan, all this you can control yourself. You can control your hand to open or close. So this is another scamming. So I don't believe in you. So right now, I'm going to show you the third tools that we are actually using to prove the energy of Moldavite. So this is another Korean photography tools. It's called the BioWell. Basically, I get it from the Europe, okay, to justify the energy of crystal. How does the energy impact our body? If let's say you don't believe into this, then don't watch. Okay, just don't watch. You're super right. All right. These tools I get from the Europe. It's a Korean photography. You can use it to check the energy body, your aura field, whether it's good or not. You can check your chakras, whether it's in the balance state or which your chakra is weak or strong. Everything can shown in the machine. So basically, I take a Moldavite with a negative energy and I wear it on my body. I put it into my pockets, and this is what happened. From the pictures, you can see. For the very first picture, before I wear the Moldavite, you can see all my 7 chakras is actually quite balanced, and all the size of a chakra is actually quite huge. And after I wear the Moldavite with negative energies, after 15 minutes, I do the test again. You can see the second pictures. All my chakras are become messy. All become so messy, and some of it becomes so small as if it's all around the place. And my entire energy becomes so negative. So basically, from this Korean photography, we can see that after you wear the Moldavite with negative energy on your body, it can create a huge impact, a negative impact towards your energy body, towards your chakra, and it can influence your entire state. So, when a lot of people out there, they tell you that Moldavite doesn't need to be cleansed, imagine that, what kind of mess that you actually create in others people's life. Because if Moldavite is in the negative state, it will tear you down. All right. For example, every month you have period. Okay, you need to wear a tampon. So first day after you wear the tampon, it's full of blood and it's dirty. You need to change a new one, right? It's impossible. You say, it's red color. Never mind. I wear again. Second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day. And I can assure you one thing, you will get the infections. Definitely. When Moldavite is in the negative state, when you wear it on your body, it will influence your energy body, it will influence your emotional states, it will influence your entire energy levels, so that after you wear it, you will become super negative. That's why in TikTok, a lot of people say that after they wear the Moldavites, they will feel very down, they will have an emotional roller coaster, they are so emotional, they can't control themselves, they feel very unhappy, they feel very uncomfortable, their life becomes so messy. That's because your Moldavite is in the negative state. So very first thing you need to do, please cleanse it. That's it, full stop. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to share with you about is how should you cleanse your Moldavite then, and what kind of methods that you can use to help your Moldavite to go back into the neutral state again. So right now, I'm going to share with you a very powerful ways that you can use. Moldavite love it a lot. I can communicate with Moldavites, and I did chat with them. What kind of ways that you guys prefer me to use in order to cleanse you? For example, every day you need to take bath, right? Every 1 or 2 days, I'm not sure. Alright, so for Moldavite, it's the same things. They need to take a bath. They need to cleanse themselves, especially when they pick up so many negative energy from you. That's your responsibility in helping them to cleanse them. So how should you do so? The very first method that you can use is you can soak them in the salt water. And listen carefully. What kind of salt that you can use? First, you must use sea salt. You must use sea salt. That's what you can get from the grocery shop. You can look at the label of the bottle that is written there, natural sea salt. That's what you want to use. Second choice, what you can use is the cold salt. So those cold salts that you cannot eat, cannot use to cook your vegetable, you cannot use to cook the dishes. It's the cold salt that you can use, and it's a lot cheaper. Then the third choice you can use is the Himalayan salt. You cannot use the normal salt that you are actually using in the cooking, in your meal preparing. Those salt is the processed salt, and they don't have the cleansing ability. So what you need to use is you can get a bowl of water, or you can get a bit racy. It depends on how many Moldavites you actually have, all right? So the ratio will be 1 to 10. Ratio 1 of salt and then ratio 10 of water. So basically you can place your Moldavites in the bowl, then you can put in the sea salt. The salt is just enough to cover the surface of your Moldavite. You don't need too many of it. You just put the salt. It's enough to cover the surface. Then okay, you can start to add in the water and you can place your Moldavite for 24 hours. Listen carefully. At least you need to place it for 24 hours. So the salt water will actually absorb all the negative energies from your Moldavites. So after 24 hours, after 48 hours, you can put as long as you want, at least 24 hours. After 24 hours, you take the Moldavites out, watch it, because all the salt, they might stick on the surface of Moldavite, causing your Moldavite become pale, become whitish, become grayish in color. So you can take the brush your Moldavite a little bit. You can put some salt to brush it and wash it. So this is the way you can use to cleanse your Moldavites, and your Moldavites will thank you for it. Okay, so this is the most powerful way that you can use to cleanse your Moldavite. How regular should you do so? My suggestions to you is, because the salt water, they are considered as a deep cleansing. So at least every month you cleanse your Moldavite once by using the salt water. And right now I'm going to show you the second way that you can use to cleanse your Moldavite. So you can put your Moldavite under the running tap water. You turn on it, the water is big enough, then you can place your Moldavite under the running pipe water. You can place it under it for 2 to 3 minutes. So basically water can carry away all the negative energies that stick on the Moldavites. It will carry away. The most important thing is, when you use this method, you need to have the right intention. Without intention, you can't cleanse your Moldavite. Your intention should be, I want to cleanse my Moldavite. I want to cleanse my Moldavite. I want to cleanse my Moldavite. All the negative energy will being washed away by the water, will be carried away by the water. You can repeat the same statement in your mind. So with the right intention, you put it under the running tap water, it can cleanse away the Moldavite negative energy. So how regularly should you do so? My strong suggestions to you is, you should do it every 2 to 3 days. You are right. You should do it every 2 to 3 days. Moldavites, they will pick up negative energy super fast. Whenever you realize that you are actually going through a very intense series of activities, for example, you are having a huge quarrel with your another half, with your family members, or you're facing a huge accident, or you have a very huge emotional up and down that happening on you, you must cleanse your Moldavite immediately. If you don't realize that, every 2 to 3 days, you just cleanse it, so that it will become to the neutral or positive state again, so your Moldavite can continue to serve you. So basically, this is the two methods that I would strongly suggest everyone you should do so to your Moldavites, and your Moldavites will thank it to you. If you find out that other people, they need to watch this, please share the video to them, because you need to spread the right knowledge regarding Moldavites. Hopefully you like this video. I'm also preparing a wide series of another topics regarding Moldavites in this entire training series. So you can subscribe to my channel, you can watch the other videos in the same series, so that you can have a deeper knowledge. You have a very good knowledge regarding Moldavites on how it can help you to transform your life. I hope you enjoy this video. You can leave your comment down there and I will answer your comments, and I will see you in the next video.